Love me back.
Stop fucking forcing it on your time.
Johnny may have been forced into sleeping with Amber. This is a recently exposed tape that shows that Amber was pressuring Johnny Depp into sleeping with her. There are undoubtedly some incriminating details concerning Amber that have come to light in this most recent trial. Amber is adept at concealing things, but I'm curious how she let this audio escape her control. I know you're intrigued by this new audio, and there's a more shocking revelation than this. So make sure to watch until the end to find out. Hit like and subscribe for more videos like this. According to a psychologist who testified on Amber's side, the actress developed PTSD as a result of reportedly experiencing assault at the hands of her ex-husband Johnny. Dr. Don Hughes testified as Amber prepared to defend herself in a $50 million lawsuit brought by the Pirates of the Caribbean actor in Virginia following the conclusion of Johnny's attorney's argument. Hughes, who was credited as a specialist in intimate partner violence, detailed incidents in which the Aquaman actor was allegedly sexually assaulted by Depp. These incidents included claims that the actor forced his ex-wife to engage in oral sex with him, physically abused her, and conducted a cavity search over her private areas. Mr. Depp slammed her on the bed, tore off her nightgown, and attempted to have sex with her when he was intoxicated or high. Hughes' evidence conflicts with that of Dr. Sharon Curry, a psychologist retained by Depp's defense team. Hughes claimed, according to the New York Post, there were times when he forced her to give him oral sex when he was angry with her. Hughes cited corroborating evidence of abuse, including alleged text messages sent by Depp, who admitted to acting badly when he drank, and her testimony that was given earlier in the trial. Meanwhile, Dr. Curry testified that she saw no evidence of PTSD in her evaluation of Amber and suggested the actress demonstrate psychological symptoms of combined borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. Dr. Hughes also claimed that, "I'm testifying to the consistency of the data points in all the different documents, including the psychological testing and the clinical evaluation I conducted of Ms. Heard, and how that comports with the therapy records and all other documents and the photos and texts I reviewed." Hughes acknowledged receiving $500 per hour during cross-examination by Depp's legal team on Wednesday morning and said she was not vouching for the truth of any of Heard's claims. This is crucial to note since the psychologist is just restating what Amber has already told her. In other words, this might very well be a lie on top of a lie. According to this latest tape, Amber may have lied about experiencing sexual abuse. Amber keeps pleading with Johnny to sleep with her in the audio, but Johnny consistently declines. As a result, Johnny had to yell at her and inform her that she only wanted to do things on her schedule. This implies that Amber would turn down any sexual advances from Johnny. Here is the audio.
Love me back.
Stop fucking forcing it on your time.
Love me back.
Amber has previously made Johnny do things against his will. So let's examine some further examples when Johnny would be forced to start a quarrel with Amber. And evidence during the trial was a recording in which Johnny admitted that he made an effort to stay away from the situation that resulted in the amputation of his finger.
To avoid talking to me, to
To
avoid
escape
working
the-
out. That's
to
the
escape
problem.
the fight.
You don't escape the fight, you escape the solution.
Does she believe that fighting is the solution? Amber frequently claims that she never mistreated Johnny, but this additional recording shows that she did. The audio recording shows Johnny probing Amber about a quarrel between the two that she started.
Actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you, I did not punch you, I was hitting you.
How are you?
In addition to being physically abusive, Amber is also verbally and psychologically abusive. She mistreated Johnny mentally in a number of ways. The audio clip that follows shows another instance of her psychologically abusing him.
You are such a baby! Grow the fuck up!
Amber proceeded to call Johnny a baby and make fun of his attempts to avoid getting into a fight.
Because,
Fuck out of there.
yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable.
Don't you think that seems abusive? But it goes further than that. Amber forced Johnny to give her millions of dollars. Edward White's testimony contradicted Amber's claim that she had no desire for anything from Johnny. Amber's demands, according to him, grew over the course of the divorce proceedings until they eventually reached $14 million. They wanted this for alimony and community obligations, and worse yet, she wanted it all to be tax-free. He estimated it at $13,500,000. Mr. White continued by stating that even though Johnny gave Amber $7 million, Johnny actually paid the $14 million that Amber had requested in liabilities, taxes, and legal expenses. Amber was asked about her lack of donations during her recent trial with Johnny. She kept insisting that she, quote-unquote, pledged to contribute the money when questioned about it, rather than admitting it openly. Why? Because she intended to distort the word's meaning. The next scene shows Johnny's attorney interrogating Amber about giving away the money she received from the divorce.
It is true. I pledged the entirety.
But you didn't donate it.
Unfortunately,
You didn't donate it. It's a yes or no.
I haven't been able to to fulfill those
So that's a no, right,
obligations.
Miss Bird?
She added that Johnny had sued her, which was the reason she had been unable to pay the full amount. Why would she pay for her lawsuit using donations from the charity? Additionally, she stopped paying long before Johnny filed his complaint. She still hasn't tried to make payments as of 2022. Now, this part is about to get crazy. After the Johnny Depp trial, this is likely one of the most surprising Amber Heard stories to have surfaced. The most prominent men in the world, including billionaires, allegedly attended private sex parties with Amber Heard. This information was sent by a person who has been investigating Amber Heard's past in depth, which is both fascinating and startling. The report went into depth about the sex gatherings Amber went to with billionaires and some of the richest men in the world. It does appear to have been pulled straight out of a movie. According to the report, Amber Heard actively courted other women to attend these events in addition to attending them herself. According to the story, Amber Heard was the center of attention at the majority of these events. It is stated that while she was sitting on a throne, men bowed down before her. The story claims that IT giants, venture capitalists, founders, senior executives, and up-and-coming businessmen congregated about once a month for crazy evenings fueled by booze, sex, and massive amounts of MDMA. The report stated, "A bunch of hot young girls rubbing all over each other in satanic-style leather outfits on stage, Amber on a throne-like chair at the center, legs spread with like perfect star on display, performing sex acts for a room full of men watching below. These are absurd, but there are other things as well." According to a source, Amber frequently throws odd gatherings. The insider then shared her experience meeting Elon Musk at these events. It's not surprising to anyone who knows her. Amber was always filming him. She had a method. She had it down. She would get Elon really effed up so incriminating events could transpire and then film it all. That seems extremely creepy. The insider implied that these gatherings were highly exclusive by mentioning that guests would be driven there and their phones would be taken. The informant further stated that even if you wanted to leave, these parties would insist that you stay. Later, the source said that Amber had been identified as the article's black male queen. This is due to the fact that she made guests take unflattering photos. We want to know your thoughts on this. Tell us in the comments. Check out our channel for more videos if you like this one. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay updated on our latest videos. Don't forget to hit the like button.